Hi guys, really quick one today. Rozenstruik versus Gaziev. Who's going to win this fight? Rozenstruik is 35 years old. He's 6'2" with a 78-inch reach. He's going up against his opponent, who is 34 years old, 6'4", and also 78-inch reach. Jairzinho Rozenstruik came into MMA from kickboxing. He had a pretty good string of knockouts in the UFC, knocking out Junior Albini, Alan Crowder, Andrei Arlovsky, Alistair Overeem with relative ease, although he was losing the fight against Overeem until he caught him in the 5th round and was able to finish him with just 4 seconds left of the 5th round. Then in the pandemic, he fights Francis Ngannou, gets knocked out, knocks out JDS, loses to Cyril Gane in a one-sided decision, knocks out Augusto Sakai, loses to Curtis Blades in kind of a back-and-forth fight, but ultimately gets wrestled to a decision loss, gets TKO'd by Alexander Volkov in round 1, TKO's Chris Dawkins, then he gets choked out by Jailton Almeida in round 1. He's coming up against the relative newcomer in the UFC, the undefeated Shamil Gaziev from Bahrain. I guess he was born in Dagestan, Russia. Another Dagestani. And he trains at a gym in Bahrain that Islam Makhachev also trains at, KHK MMA team. And according to Tapology, Islam Makhachev trains there. Shamil Gaziev, I've watched some of his highlights. He has a pretty good pace that he puts on guys, just like solid, consistent punches. And he has a good double leg takedown that he can use to take guys down to the ground. He did beat Martin Buday, and I believe he was a underdog in that fight. Yeah, a plus 115 underdog. So even though it was pretty even, he did beat Martin Buday in his UFC debut. He comes into the UFC off of Dana White's Contender Series, and okay, I am wrong. This was not his UFC debut, but he fought on a ton of UFC fight nights and won pretty much all of them pretty easily, except for this Lukas Brzeski fight. Anyway, he's pretty good. Solid, consistent punches, double leg takedowns. Ultimately, I am going to pick Gaziev. I think he can probably TKO Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Rozenstruik has good striking, but the problem with Rozenstruik's striking game is that he just gets shut down pretty easily. Cyril Gane was able to shut him down with his striking by just like pushing him back up against the cage. Alexander Volkov was able to shut down his striking by just like slamming body kicks into him for those front kicks, wheel kicks to Rozenstruik's body, and just kind of like filling up the space with activity, and that's able to shut down Rozenstruik. Another big flaw in Rozenstruik's MMA game is his grappling. Cyril Gane was able to take him down. Curtis Blades was able to take him down. Jailton Almeida was able to take him down. Just like good grapplers are able to take him down. I think that Gaziev is going to also be able to take Rozenstruik down. I think he's going to be able to level change whenever Rozenstruik comes in for kind of his blitzing attacks that he loves to do. And he's just going to be able to like sit him down. Rozenstruik does have good knees. He was able to land a good knee on Curtis Blades and kind of close up his eye. But ultimately, even after getting kneed, Blades was able to take him down to the ground and hold him there. And like, again, if Cyril Gane can take down Rozenstruik, I do think that Gaziev's going to be able to. Obviously, Gaziev isn't the technical striker that Cyril Gane is, but he still has good striking, and I think he has a better double leg than Cyril Gane does. I also just think that Gaziev has a good striking style to match up against Overeem. Gaziev's striking style is pretty much just like a constant onslaught, picking his punches well. He paces himself really well, and just that all of that activity filling up the space in front of Rozenstruik is going to cause him to kind of shut down, just like play the defensive game. He gets into these just like defensive ruts where he's like, all right, now I'm on defense, and then he plays defense, and then he's going to decide to attack all of a sudden, and that's when Gaziev can level change and sit him down to the ground. And I just don't think that his takedown defense is going to be enough to resist Gaziev. I think Gaziev is the favorite, and I think I'm feeling second round TKO for Gaziev. I don't think this fight is going to go the distance. Rozenstruik has a history of getting finished by grapplers. Jailton Almeida finished him. Curtis Blades wasn't able to finish him. But, you know, Curtis Blades, he's been on the decline for a while now. Yeah, like, I don't think that this fight's going to go the full distance. So, ultimately, I'm going to go with a second round TKO by Shamil Gaziev. I think he's going to land some good strikes on the feet and then maybe take down Rozenstruik a bit in the first round and then go back to the takedowns in the second round and just TKO him on the ground. Shamil Gaziev has good ground and pound. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.